live. Hey everybody, we are back with a new episode of Sigil and Shadow. Last week, you all started a new mystery. There have been a string of murders that you know about, thanks to Delilah's connection by the name of Detective Sarah Lawson, who noticed a bunch of brutal, quote-unquote, animal attacks on the last full moon, looking into a possible werewolf situation, given Baltimore has a long history of werewolf folklore, led you to a Silas Thorne. Who several of you already knew. Silas is not human, though they mostly appear to be. Working with you, you were asked to retrieve a sample of whatever this creature is to confirm it is a werewolf, as it is giving shape changers a bad name, and Silas is not happy with that. You went to the morgue, where you met the new mortician, Ellie Holloway. Or not mortician, the new coroner, Dr. Eleanor Ellie Holloway, who is very much on the side of using the paranormal. Which was helpful. You were able to retrieve a broken claw from one of the bodies. With the claw returning to Silas, Silas transformed into a beast, revealing that it is not, in fact, a werewolf, but a dueño. More importantly, it is not only a dueño, but from what he could sense in the transformation, it was a human that had been transformed into a dueño via a curse. This means there is now a hulking wolf person with potentially some massive rage issues killing people in Baltimore. And it is not limited to the full moon. We open wherever you want to go after Silas's, as we ended last week, finishing up at Silas's shop.
We were also given Poppy's number.
You were. That was by the coroner.
Mm-hmm.
As
they're like, oh, you speak to ghosts? I have a friend that does that.
Mars was possessed by one of the victims at
oh yeah, that happened.
The morgue.
It's fine. I was just trying to get their attention.
Which led to Ellie referring you to their friend who can also speak to the dead and helps people in these situations by the name of Poppy Penrose.
Do we want to talk to Poppy so I can have other people who talk to dead people? It's really boring being like the... I mean, I'm not the only one, I guess. The doctor did it. I don't feel special anymore. Now 3 people can do it.
You can always talk to dead people. It just matters that they talk back.
It's so true. Well, they possess me to talk back, and then it's no longer a conversation.
Well, then I get to talk to them, and that's a really great scenario for me.
I'm glad you have a silver lining.
Thank you.
No.
What time is it? As far as...
It will be fairly late. I will actually
Okay.
roll. Anything higher than a 6 will be PM. Anything lower than a 6 will be AM. All right. It's actually not too late. It's about 10 PM.
Okay, because I had a date.
That you did. So we will actually roll that back to 8 PM because you did specifically state that you wanted to be there on time and had everybody rush to be early. So it'll be 8 PM. Dinner is at 9. Because you are supposed to meet someone at the Crimson Lantern. No, at Harbor View Elegance. Sorry, the Crimson Lantern was the bar. So yes, Harbor View Elegance, you are supposed to be meeting with Sarah. So we will open actually there as you left the rest of the group. Give me... People are running upstairs. Give me a dexterity check.
I'd appreciate if my brain would remember dice every time. It usually doesn't, though. 1 second. Um, 31.
All right, what is your dexterity?
And my dex is 45.
All right, so you do it more than quickly enough to also be able to change if you wish to change. Not gonna
Yes,
make you have
most
any
definitely.
decisions. So, Harborview Elegance is one of the finer dining restaurants in the city. It's directly on the harbor, as the name may suggest. Marries captivating waterfront views with refined culinary artistry. The upscale restaurant is a haven for those seeking an unforgettable evening of fine dining and sophistication. What is Delilah wearing as you enter the restaurant?
It's a red velvet dress that has like V-neck, very much like almost like a classic like pinup type silhouette, cinched waist, and at the V there's like this black lace that comes up. She's got a nice pair of heels and always has her classic curled like finger wave like hair put up. She actually had to rush to get ready this time, but you wouldn't know it by her presence.
All right. As you come in, again, it's a calmness as you enter the restaurant, the quiet sounds of people eating, but nothing too boisterous. Many people are dressed quite well. There's a bit of a bar. The windows for the view are floor to ceiling, panoramic views. There is a host there. Do you have a reservation?
Yes, and Mary's forgetting what the name of the lady is.
I have said it
but Delilah would not.
multiple times tonight.
I'm sorry.
But it is Sarah Lawson.
Probably under Sarah Lawson.
Yes, yes. They have been waiting for you. As seeing you come, she will push away from the chair or push away from the table and stand up. Her auburn hair cascading to one side in ringlets around this black sequined dress, glittering just as much as the water behind her. Delilah. Hello. I wasn't sure if you're actually going to make it this time.
Well, I am investigating a murder, so you'll have to forgive me.
I understand. So am I. And she gives you a bit of a cursory side hug before sitting down. Is there anything you want to say, or are you going to wait for Sarah to start the conversation?
I'll say right out the gate, I did see a wonderful little office space, corner of town. Nice thing. It might work great for, a private investigator place.
I am going to need you to make a social check.
Yee. Um, and then so that is a fail. I got a 69.
All right. Do you want to spend also? Nice. Do you want to spend a bone to reroll? Remember,
I can't.
bones reset every session.
Can I re-roll if as a
You can
shadowed?
spend bones on yourself to reroll.
Okay.
You just cannot spend
Then
bones on others to reroll. You cannot help anyone else if you are not an illuminated.
gotcha. Then I will like
Mechanically,
to spend a
you're a
bone.
bit selfish.
Oh, that is way better. That is a 11.
All right. Oh, that's a critical success. I hope it wasn't too. An office space, you say? Well,
Mm-hmm.
I hope I didn't spend too much on mine.
You're quitting?
Early retirement.
Thank God.
Let's just say the precinct got a little tired of me asking questions. But I still have a few more months on the force. Beforehand, there's going to be a whole party. You know how it is. My dad was not happy.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but uh I'm happy you are out of there in the nicest way possible.
I understand. I wasn't too thrilled the last few years. But as long as I get to keep helping people.
You'll be able to help way more way without them.
Yes, that's what I felt too. As she kind of places her hand on top of your hand across the table. But for now, I have a small place getting set up. I'm moving apartments. So some stuff is going to be a little up in the air.
Well, if you ever need a place to stay, you know where I am.
I'm going to roll for her. 5. Yeah, that's definitely a success. Delilah, we've tried that before. You know it doesn't work out.
I'm not saying long term.
I know. But we get comfortable, and next thing you know, we're fighting. Dinners are nice. Being there for each other is nice. Some of the other stuff is very nice. But the relationship thing, we're both too independent, and you know it.
I respect that.
I know. If you didn't, we wouldn't still be friends. She gives your hand a little squeeze.
Yeah, friends, right, sure.
There needs to be an arc. You can't start where you want it.
Inner
Alright.
Mars is just salty, don't worry.
All right. Anything else you want to have spotlighted within the dinner?
I think that that would be the main bit. Also, probably informing her of the last 2 days on this new group and things, chatting, but as the evening fades.
Yeah, there will definitely be some talk of her thinking you working with others is not a bad idea. As long as you don't have issues working with a client. She knows well about your boundaries when it comes to interacting with clients.
I have very strict lines, but
I know, and I know why you do. I was there when it happened last time. I hope it all works out.
thanks.
All right. So, Delilah left the group. You guys have this information. Is anyone else doing anything this evening? Those are the little seeds of backstory. We have no idea of what it is yet.
I feel like some of this is pointed at me for some reason. It's weird. I think that Mars is still pacing, but in her room and trying to keep busy because she knows where a bottle of alcohol is right now and she's trying really hard not to go get it.
All right. So, if that is happening, Mars, give me a willpower save.
Am I still at negative?
What were you at negative from? Being dazed, correct?
I think I was dazed. I had -5.
Yeah. We'll say no at this point.
Dang it. I use a bone.
All right.
Do I? Sure. Okay. I failed the first one with a 52/50, but I got a 42 on the second one.
Okay. You are fighting off those urges quite well. What is Mercury doing this evening?
Honestly, probably pacing a little too, and a little bit kind of afraid to go to sleep.
Okay. Alexandria.
Alexandria is definitely in Mercury's room, like looking at all of her books. Or their books, excuse me.
It is
their books.
also worth
Excuse me.
remembering Alexandria and the button from last week.
Oh yeah, no, she's
Okay.
looking.
I did not realize Alexandria was in Mercury's room.
No, she is looking for any information on a Seraphina anywhere, because like her books are very historical, and she doesn't really have anything about like any like specifically like Baltimore. I think she's more like world, like world history.
Yeah.
In a way, and so she's looking specifically for like Baltimore or Seraphina, and she would assume that Mercury maybe has something.
Maybe. Mercury's now pacing for a completely different reason.
Quickly checking where I had this write up for Seraphina. I may have deleted it, which was a dumb move. Of course, we have Jeff Goldblum now. All right, give me I believe. What is the skill? Is it education?
Yeah.
No. Searching, it's going to be. It's going to be investigation. So it's going to be logic modified by investigation.
Oh, 32.
All right, what is your investigation?
So my logic is 60, and my investigation, I am training in it. So it's 60. What, it would be 70 then?
No, 60 if it's just trained. It would be 40 if you were untrained, because training removes the penalty for being untrained.
Oh.
Once you get ranks, you get plus 10.
Got it. Okay. Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I got 32.
All right. One second. It is generating. So you do find reference to a Seraphina Larkspur. I'm seeing if there's any groups. What is the name of the group? Seraphina. All right, there's a reference of Seraphina in the 60s there was a group in Baltimore known as the Lunar Covenant. So this is the information you would have, because it's very small. It's kind of a occult history of Baltimore. Seraphina Larkspur was the creator of a group known as the Lunar Covenant. The Lunar Covenant was a gathering of like-minded individuals who shared her beliefs in the power of nature, magic, and the moon's influence on human affairs. The group was founded during the early 1960s in Baltimore and served as a community for those seeking spiritual growth, mystical exploration, and a deeper connection with the natural world. Under Seraphina's guidance, the Lunar Covenant practiced various forms of magic, celebrated lunar cycles, and worked together to harness their collective energy for positive change.
Right now, Alexandria's going to get into like astrology.
Let's say. So what was that number you had again?
32.
32. Do you want to keep researching?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. I do not plan on sleeping tonight. Sorry to Mercury.
I am correct on this. All right, give me another investigation check.
9.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Roll a d6.
Okay. 3.
1, 2, 3. Looking deeper into Seraphina's history, because she was actually a fairly prominent figure in Baltimore's occult scene in the 60s and into the 70s. Seraphina had a known relationship with a young poet named Julian Blake. It was just 5, so this is up to 37. Do you want to keep digging?
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on. That is a 79. So not great.
That is a failure unless you want to re-roll.
How many failures do I get?
2.
All right, then I'll keep going.
All right, give me a fresh roll.
Okay, so I'm gonna re-roll on this one because
All right.
I will use a bone on this one.
Also, each of these is about an hour of digging.
That's
We're
fine.
on hour 3. That you're just in Mercury's room.
I got 44.
Okay. Plus 44. All right, that's 81. All right, roll a d4.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have one ready.
Also a
Crazy.
critical success.
Oh, it is a critical success.
2.
2. I'm going to read this full section about the 1960s rather than reading it and just giving you a piece of information. Once you hit 100, I will copy this entire piece and send it to you.
Yes!
But as the 1960s dawned, the world around Seraphina was undergoing profound changes. The counterculture movement, with its emphasis on freedom, self-expression, and spirituality, resonated deeply with her beliefs. Drawn to the bohemian neighborhoods of Baltimore, Seraphina found herself in a community of artists, musicians, and fellow seekers of the mystical. During this transformative decade, Seraphina's reputation as a gifted witch began to spread. Her eclectic style, a fusion of vintage clothing and earthy accessories, was as captivating as her enchanting presence. She embraced the bludgeoning. She embraced the burgeoning interest in alternative spirituality, offering tarot readings, herbal remedies, and magical consultations to those who sought her out. You are 3 hours in, which means it is at least 1 a.m.
That's fine.
What are you wanting to do? Oh, wait, no, we moved it earlier, so it's like 11, pushing 12.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna keep going if no one
Alright.
stops me.
Mercury's ordering wings.
Oh, so it's just moss.
That is I can't read my own dice. Sorry, I thought it was a 79. That is a 19.
19's exactly what you need. You had 81
Oh!
so far.
Oh, heck yeah.
So I am going to copy this entire piece. And then I will read the important part for everyone.
Very good, very good.
All right. Let's find Ashton on here. Upload as a file. Access. Send. There you go. You now have everything, but
I am gonna like peek out if Mercury isn't like in the room with me. I'm just gonna like peek my head out, be like, can I borrow this book?
but from
Mercury's dozing off, and
from
it's just
the
like, yeah,
narrative-
whatever you want.
from the narrative standpoint of the audience, as the decade neared its end, a shadow fell upon Baltimore. A malevolent force, fueled by the turbulent energies of the time, began to spread darkness and fear throughout the city. Seraphina's powers, honed over years of study and practice, were put to the ultimate test as she confronted this sinister presence. She found herself facing rituals of ancient evil, deciphering cryptic symbols, and navigating a world where the boundaries between the seen and unseen were fraying. In a climactic battle, Seraphina and a group of kindred spirits managed to defeat the malevolent force, but not without sacrifice. The 1960s came to a close, leaving behind a changed city and a legacy of courage and magic. Seraphina's name became synonymous with resilience, beauty, and the power of the human spirit to overcome darkness. Even now, decades later, the stories of Seraphina Larkspur continue to echo through the alleys and gardens of Baltimore. Her cottage, nestled in the outskirts, remains a place of pilgrimage for those seeking a connection to the mystical energies she so vividly embodied. Seraphina's spirit is said to linger in the flowers that bloom in her garden, in the moonlit nights that illuminate the city, and in the hearts of those who carry her legacy forward, keeping the magic of the 1960s alive.
I know where we need to go next.
I feel like there's like a ding, like, side quest completed. Discover Seraphina Larkspur.
Yeah, but also like new side quests. I'm going to that fucking cottage.
Oh, I think I know exactly who's going to be living in that cottage.
Great. Great. Yeah, I think she's gonna like grab every book that had Seraphina's name in it, and like throw it in her already full bag.
Mm-hmm.
And just walk out. It's the middle of the night, so
You did not roll a critical success on any of those, correct?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
You also have a name, a list of names. of
Mhm.
the Lunar Covenant.
Okay, great. We love to see it. I mean, listen, what else am I gonna do tonight? I'm wide awake. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. Mercury, I'm gonna go on a quick pilgrimage.
Wait, what?
I'm just going on a quick pilgrimage. I'll be back. I mean, you can come with me if you want, but it's just a quick little cottage pilgrimage outside the city. It's fine. Don't even
There's
worry
a
about it.
cottage outside the city.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Dope,
that's what it
welcome.
says.
So
Cool,
I
okay.
will say, give me a logic check as well.
That's fair.
Alexandria.
Okay.
It's like what, 2 a.m. And there's
Perfect
a
time for a
dueo.
pilgrimage. 48.
48. Okay. That should be below your logic.
Yes.
Something's going to pop out at you. One second. One will be an Abigail Felix. That is not a common last
Hey, that's
name.
my last name.
Yeah. And the other, one second, is a Delilah Kelly.
Interesting.
Those are the other two members. Of the Lunar Covenant.
It's only those three.
Power of 3 is
Okay.
very
Oh
typical.
my god.
Cool. Cool. Then I will be asking Mercury about if they know Abigail Felix on. Well, I mean, I assume we're actually taking the motorcycle, so no, I won't.
I was going to say, right now it's like 1 a.m.
Yeah. I know what time it is. It's called a Lunar Coven. I'm supposed to go at night. Why would I wait?
You possibly also should not leave behind the person who ghosts can talk through.
Only 2 people can fit on the bike.
Am I just like crammed in with the books?
Actually, if Mars does want to go, we will like kind of push all the books in there, and like one of you can sit behind me, and one of you can sit like just like scrunched in the sidecar. But it's up to you if you want to invite Mars. I mean, the more the merrier. It's just like a casual pilgrimage.
That is fair because they can do the shooty thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just send a quick
Like a
text.
wolf thing out there.
Oh,
Man,
I
bear,
forgot about
pig.
that. I forgot about that. It's fine. I will send it like shoot a quick text to Delilah and just be like, "Hey, we're going on a pilgrimage," just to let you know. Like
I
smiley
text
face.
Mars, hey, you up?
She texts back, I don't usually get that text from my sister.
Ew.
At
We're
the
going on a
exact same
pilgrimage.
time behind you, your sister Minerva also just goes, ew.
Oh, shush.
Sorry. You up?
I didn't say I responded to them. I just said I don't get those texts from my sister. Did you? Because that'd be weird.
If it's from your sister, it's automatically not those texts. Again. Ew.
Whatever. Look,
I'm checking your search history while you're gone.
I need a drink. Okay, it's
I know what's on the homepage of those websites.
I don't go on those websites. You need to give me some more privacy. Okay, first off. Second off, I don't go onto those particular sections of the websites, okay? God.
Said the
Gross.
homepage. You don't go on the
they're right on the
homepage.
homepage.
And just so you know, I don't come in looking for that. It's when I know to leave.
Not my fault.
Again, you again turn it into I'm coming in. Look at ew.
Just gonna go.
Yeah,
Throws on leather
I'm staying
jacket.
here. I don't.
Good. I'm gonna go meet other ghosts.
You think I'm gonna get jealous?
No.
Good, cause ew.
I really need a drink. God damn it.
All right.
I don't think the date was going the way Delilah hoped it would have, so she's probably going to send a message and say, what pilgrimage?
And then I'll just really quick, like the bare minimal of info.
What is your
just
idea of
like-
the bare minimal of
Google
info?
Maps.
No,
Yeah.
it's just Seraphina's cottage, and then not like an address, just like a basic area. And that's it. Like southwest, like to Baltimore. I don't know Baltimore. I don't know.
I'll the message is sent back. I'll try to meet you there? Question mark.
I will. I'll send you our location when we get there. When we find it.
Give me a logic check, Delilah.
All right. Logic is 60. I got a 55.
All right. Oh, 55.
Ooh.
You know exactly where they're going, as well as some other information I'm going to message you.
Okay.
And I don't think this is, but Delilah's last name is not Kelly, right?
No, Delilah's last name is Crowley.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it wasn't Kelly before.
I just needed to make sure that Alexandria didn't put that together.
Do you say the names of the other? So okay, never mind. I guess.
Yeah, have you told Mercury or Mars about the name?
I don't think, not until we get there.
Okay.
I think she's a little bit. She's just too excited.
Also, there's road sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mars tries yelling, "Where the hell are we going?" But can't be heard, and then just gets annoyed.
All right. So heading out into what was the outskirts of Baltimore in the 1940s is no longer the outskirts of Baltimore.
Yeah, I've seen Hairspray.
God damn it. But by now, you're kind of in I don't even remember what chunk of Baltimore they said that was.
You said a specific chunk.
What was it?
I don't think you said a specific chunk.
Yeah, it's
Or
in
did
the
you?
big thing. Okay,
Oh,
no,
yes,
it just
yeah, the big
says
thing.
on the outskirts. Okay, it doesn't give a direction. So we'll probably do towards the coast. No, we'll probably do just south of Baltimore. So a little closer to DC and all of that.
Maybe next to a park.
Likely. It would be. You guys make it. The cottage is still a cottage. There are other houses built up around here, as this was a neighborhood, like kind of very loosely a neighborhood in the 40s. Areas of it got developed in the 60s, kind of suburban a little bit. And at this point, it's just a much older neighborhood. Some buildings were built up, some were torn down. Very few remain as they were, except this one. This one looks almost as if it's locked in time. The best way to describe it is like the house from Up, where it's just in its own little bubble there. There is a neon sign of a palm reading palm in the window. And a wooden sign hanging over the door that says Poppy Penrose, Tarot Readings and Life Advice.
Well, that's a really strange coincidence.
Do we is there like an open sign anywhere or a closed sign so that we know
It's
one or the
actually
other?
fair to assume with like palm reading places that if the palm reading neon is lit, they're
Mhm.
open.
And it was lit?
Yes.
Okay.
That's wild.
Awesome.
Did you know we were coming to this person's place?
I just knew we were coming to the cottage here.
That's wild. That's cool.
What's the cottage?
Oh,
Yeah.
this was where Serafina used to I guess live and also do like all the stuff from the lunar coven. You guys didn't read with me. I just realized that. So there was a lunar coven that Serafina was a part of, and also there was a woman also in it named Delilah Kelly, and then there was also an Abigail Felix. And I was going to ask you guys if you knew. Yeah,
Abigail Felix.
Is that grandma's name?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Oh, perfect. Great. Is your grandmother still alive?
Is our grandmother still alive? No.
No.
Less than ideal, but I'll deal with it. Okay. And yeah,
Is it our
Delilah
dad
Kelly.
or our mom's mom? Just
That would be our dad's
Well,
mom.
it would be your dad's mom since it has the same
Felix,
last
duh.
name.
Don't mind me. I'm smart sometimes.
And also Delilah Kelly, and I assumed that our Delilah wasn't related to that Delilah because they're the same first name, and I just I made a connection. But yeah, this is like where she used to live and where she did all her magic stuff, and I'm like kind of obsessed with her right now, and I really kind of got to get to the bottom of all this. So super glad we came here today. Definitely. Is anyone interested in getting their palm reading?
I do.
Palms read? Because I'm buying. I'm totally buying.
But I'm in.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Okay. And
Delilah probably rolls up at this point.
Oh, yes. Okay. Great. We're all here. Perfect.
You
Delilah,
would definitely
this is
get
so
there
exciting.
quicker. So
Yeah. Oh.
I am
don't
going
have to wait for people to finish wings, stuff like that.
I'm gonna just kind of like power jog in like very excitedly.
I catch Delilah up on what was discovered. Also really weird, one of them has Delilah as a first name, but it's like a Delilah Kelly. The other one's our grandma.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
Unless there's another Abigail Felix. Unlikely, but possible.
Ashton's face just went, eh.
Doubtful. Okay. Yes.
So as Alexandria comes in first, you immediately come in to a front room that is covered multiple things, like the table is covered in black lace. There's a couch there that's definitely, this is like a sitting / waiting room. The wallpaper is just a straight up Disney purple with black velvet haunted mansion wallpaper.
Sick.
Just all around it. There is a large wooden door on the other side of this room. It looks like it is large, it is ornate enough. It also has glass on it that has curtains blocking it, like a second front door. With a sign that says "Ring bell for service" with a small like doorbell.
I'm gonna do like just a quick loop around the place. I just wanted like just to like get the vibe.
The vibes
like,
is
something.
very gothic lace.
Yeah.
It's giving Madame Leota, and I love it.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I'll like come back around and ring the bell.
There is no
Smart.
sound when you push the button
Oh.
that you hear. By this time, I assume everyone else is coming in as well.
Yeah, as soon as Mar sees the layout, she like straightens her outfit a little bit more because he's like, there's the possibility that this lady is going to be hot.
The door clicks and opens. You can't fully see what's beyond it, as it already wasn't very well lit in this room. Like, it was very much like silk over a lamp level of lighting. But the next room is much darker, and the door clicks and opens. You don't see anyone else, but you do hear a voice from the other side. If it is the future you wish to see, I am available.
I'm actually here to see the past, but I don't know about them.
Are you walking in as you say that, or are you just like yelling it at the doorway?
I think like I'm not gonna walk in the doorway, but I'm gonna like move closer to the doorway.
As there's movement, you hear kind of a shuffling, sounding like someone getting up off of their chair. It's very shadowy in here. You see a large, not even large, but probably about a 5'10" figure, very slender, get up and moving towards you. When they reach the light, their porcelain skin almost glows. As I'm going to post a picture of Poppy Penrose for all of you.
As soon as Mar sees her, she's like, you can read me whatever you want.
I can do many. Auntie Delilah. Hi.
Oh my gosh. What are you talking about? Nothing,
So you
sorry.
didn't bring them?
They came here on their own.
But you're with
But
them.
it is good to see you.
It is. It's been a while. You're looking as good as ever.
Thank you.
I do my best. Well, if they came on their own, I'll catch up with you in a moment, Auntie. But you spoke of the past. You spoke of readings. Come in to the foyer. I'm sure I can accommodate whatever it is you need, dears.
No hesitation. Alexandria's walking in.
There's a large round table. And as she's saying it, she's coming in and she's like pulled out a box of matches and is like lighting a single match and lighting a candle, walking, pulling another, lighting a match and lighting a candle as she's walking around the room. We'll handle things one at a time. I am Poppy Penrose. I do not know if you are here on a recommendation or my Yelp review, but
The coroner gave us your name actually,
And I'm on a pilgrimage, so different reasons.
and then simultaneously, I guess something happened in a book that led her here. Evidently, you can talk to ghosts, and so can I. So they said we should
then
talk
the
to you.
first question. Also, Delilah, are you waiting in the sitting room while they're doing this, or are you going in with them?
I will like walk like further behind, but
Okay.
I think it's slower because she hasn't been here in a very long time.
Yeah. And Mercury, are you coming in as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like in full gay panic, but yeah.
Echo.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay. Then I guess I should also ask, it appeared you all came together, but you have different reasons and ways you came to me. Did all of you arrive at my door through separate paths? Or did you come as a group? Because I feel as if you came as a group.
Sort of. Delilah was late.
Ah, so they knew you before. You were all gathered.
So long story short, Delilah is my therapist and also friends with Alexandria, and also this is my sister, and we are ghost hunters, and then they're helping us. And yeah,
Also, apparently her grandma's related to this building.
also that.
Our last name's Felix.
Yes, I have not known you to be related to my grandmother, and well, Auntie never had children, so...
Wait, what?
I'm very confused.
A different auntie, or you mean like a great aunt?
So you were here looking for information about Abigail. You asked about the past and your grandmother.
Technically, Alexandria asked about the past. I just said you could do whatever you want.
I'm here about Seraphina.
Not many have come on the pilgrimage for my grandmother in quite some time.
First of all, it's an honor to meet you.
Thank you. I do my best to maintain the house.
You do a great job.
We do what we can.
I love the decor.
Yeah, it's it matches. You know what I mean?
Most of my clientele these days comes without the sun. And while Seraphina enjoyed the light, I embrace more of the shadows. But they're all gifts the same.
I mean, how much of the light could she have loved if she formed the lunar coming?
The moon reflects the sun.
Yeah, but I mean, like...
You understand, before I could even state it. The moon may not emit light of its own, but even when the world is in its darkest moments, the goddess takes what isn't being used by the rest of the world and brings it back to the other side. Without the moon,
Right, but
we
from
would
an
be in
academic
complete
standpoint, you know what, never mind.
darkness.
Right. Yeah. No, you're right. You're totally...
You're
I just
here
think from an
for
academic standpoint, I was coming from
historical
somewhere different.
reasons. I understand. It is okay. You are not here for academic reasons, are you? It's okay
Who is she talking to?
to pretend. She is walking directly towards Alexandria.
Oh, still me. No, I mean, I am here for academic reasons. I really wanted to. I didn't learn much about exactly what the pilgrimage was. It was very interesting. And I find your grandmother an extremely intriguing woman. And I was just wondering if like you could give me more information on that, and maybe like her life story. If you have any more books on her, that would be really great for me personally. Or just like really anything.
She goes and she runs a finger along your jawbone. But when she pulls her hand away, she is holding a card. She looks. The chaos in you makes sense as she turns it around, revealing the Wheel of Fortune.
Love that show.
No, this is different, dear.
Right. No, this is the tarot card. I get that.
This is a time of change for you. Uncertainty. It is okay to not know everything right now.
Okay.
Here. Keep this with you as she hands you the card.
Okay. Thank you. Is this gonna give you an incomplete set though? I don't wanna.
Like life, my set is ever changing, growing, and dwindling. It is where it needs to be.
Absolutely, yes.
Moss is just like, ah.
Yeah, Alexandria kind of like just really quick, like her eyes turn over to Mercury.
You're assuming
Me
this
too, I
card.
thought this was a poppy without puns.
This poppy is too much, like in a good way. But like, I don't think I can handle this poppy on a Sunday.
I could not.
Y'all okay?
No.
No.
Do you need a drink?
In a day.
I sense that you're thirsty.
I am a little parched, actually. Some water would be fabulous.
But
We
also,
thought that
How
was Bobby
dare you.
talking. I thought that was Bobby asking us if we were thirsty.
Was that not?
but also, as she turns and starts walking towards the table, not even looking back at you, Alexandria, she'll say, "But we don't need to worry about my collection. That card came from yours."
Okay, great.
Now, and she sits, placing her palms down on the table. Do you wish to know the past, present, or future this evening?
Can we all have different answers?
I would presume, given that you were given your future.
Why?
I'm sorry I did not ask you, but neither did fate. I was told what to tell you.
Okay. So can I get another one, or do I have to like wait a certain amount of time? Is it like a 2-week period, or? Because I would very much like to learn more about Seraphina.
As with the moon, everything comes in cycles. You will have another opportunity again.
Great.
But if it is your mother, but if it is my grandmother you are looking for, I may not be able to share much of her past now, but I can share her present.
Is she still alive?
No, but that doesn't
Less
matter.
than ideal. Okay.
If you're coming for a pilgrimage, do you wish to speak with Seraphina? If you're friends of Auntie, and some of you are family of the coven, I can call upon her.
God, yes. So sorry if everyone else agrees. Yes.
Sure.
Okay. This is another major ally NPC. She can
I
do
see that.
this, but it's going to cost someone to spend a bone.
I will spend that bone. 100%.
All right.
I don't think I can spend a bone.
Now,
You can on this.
Poppies, yeah, these
Then
you
I'll
cannot
spend a bone.
spend bones for the rerolls if you're not illuminated, but anyone can spend a bone to activate the major ally.
I'll spend a bone on this.
Yeah.
Then.
These are upcoming mechanics for Sigil and Shadow that are both going to be in a book we're working on and potentially in an actual supplement by the writer of Sigil and Shadow. But Poppies are written a little different than the others, where I roll these dice in secret. Because with Poppy, if I fail, Poppy will contact the other side, but someone else will interfere. If I critically fail, Poppy will become possessed.
I'm gonna turn on my sixth sense before they start.
Okay. Roll mysticism.
Oh no. Oh no.
28. That is
Oh
a
no.
success.
They haven't done this around you yet, have they, Delilah?
They have not. I've done a very particular thing to make sure they didn't.
Oh,
Delilah's not in the room right now, technically. I don't think.
like kind of
I
in the
did say I
doorway.
entered.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
slowly. And it's been a while, but you're in an area, there's a lot of magic here.
I like glance
When
around.
when you look in the sixth sense, when you flip in to the other side, the house is not here. This room is in the center of a perfect circle within woods. The table is still there, but where the crystal ball would be is a campfire with no logs or timber on it, just flames dancing above rocks. Along the outskirts of the circle of the woods are standing stones with glyphs etched into them. Poppy, as she goes to commune, leaves herself vulnerable, which means from your point of view, Poppy's clothing melts away, leaving herself fully exposed to the spiritual side. I'm sure Delilah has other things, but you are not looking in that direction right now.
Nope. I am staring respectfully.
70% chance of success. As, again, if you were to look up, you don't even see the ceiling. You see the starry night sky with the moon perfectly centered above all of you.
There's other things in this room. What?
As the moon shines down a single moonbeam onto Poppy, illuminating her like a spotlight. And coming down,
Mars's jaw drops open a little.
and coming down from the moonbeam There's a woman that looks very similar to Poppy, but where there's porcelain skin, there's instead tan skin from being out in the, from essentially dancing out in the sun, flowing, multicolored garments, and most importantly, the cloak with the constellations etched into it and the mess of blonde hair, who then floats onto Poppy, superimposing themselves over them. To everyone else, Poppy kind of moves back, head tilting up. And there's a moment, probably about almost 10 seconds of pure silence. But Poppy is illuminated as if there's a spotlight on them, but you see no other light added to the room. And then to both of you, the light fades as the superimposition takes place. Poppy moves back forward, their eyes fully rolled in the back of their head, solid white. Two voices coming out of their mouth. Delilah, it's been a while.
At that point, I snap out of it a little and can remember other people in the room and do glance back at Delilah. I was like, what? Wait, what? Who?
So, have you brought... You two look familiar. I feel...
Abigail Felix was their grandmother.
Oh, it's so great. When she had a son, we knew he wouldn't be able to join the coven, but
He
it's
has
good to
triplet
know
daughters.
he made a coven of his own. It's beautiful.
I don't.
But with
Minerva
that,
passed.
as we are actually over time, we need to go on break. So we will be back in about 10 minutes. Really good cliffhanger. Do we just want to do Disney trivia? Because this ain't happening.
How dare you? No, I want to play the game. I want to play the game.
We are here. We got this. Let's go.
You're a time-traveling corpse?
I apparently.
That is awesome.
Now this one wasn't me.
It's not our fault. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
He is so excited and is bouncing so much. Like, there's so much excited bouncing.
Obviously, everyone's into anarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot be. He's so cool.
My world is crumbling around me.
Nice to meet you and explode with you.
I suppose that is nice, yes.
Might have better.
Fuck you.
I knew we weren't gonna get off scot-free from murdering someone.
Yeah.
Step one, you tell me I'm wrong. Step two, you say you wanna see it all the way through. Step three, you bring me down to my knees. Step four, you say you're walking out the door. You can't take it anymore. But where you gonna go tonight? Why don't you wanna wait it out? I don't know what you're running from. All you wanna do is fight. Why don't you wanna make it right? You don't know what you're running from. I tear my seams apart for you. You tell me every little lie is true. Oh yeah. But I listen to the heartbeat on the floor. I feel out every breath just like before.
Incarnation Superhighway. Newcom, nice of you to join us.
When average teenager Arthur Padrone finds out he's the reincarnation of King Arthur of Camelot, he, Merlin, and Lancelot go on a road trip to find the other Knights of the Round Table before danger catches up to them in this comedy fiction podcast. Listen to Friday Night Fights wherever you get your podcasts.
5 seconds till intro.
I believe that if it hurts, it's gonna make me better. Fill my cup, it's a night and out. These forests running over. Do the deed, do what you need into the night forever. I'll smash those walls until my shadow falls.
Just kind of old. Power level wise.
There we go.
I don't want wise old mentor.
We're live. I don't know where Moss is. There's Moss. Okay.
Here's a moss.
There's the Moss. All right. Welcome back to the second half of Sigil and Shadow for tonight. Where we left off, you all are in the seance room of Poppy Penrose. Real name, Poppy Larkspur. As she has been possessed, well, not possessed, as the spirit of Seraphina Larkspur, her grandmother, is communicating with all of you. You know that Mercury and Mars, your grandmother, was part of the coven that Seraphina Larkspur created. I actually need to put that in Seraphina's info.
And then also she said hi to Delilah, and Mars looked back suddenly remembering other people existed. With her
Yes.
sixth sense still on.
So as Mercury was saying about, or was it Mercury or Mars that said about having triplet daughters?
Mars.
Okay.
Mercury mentioned that Minerva
Yeah.
died.
So Mars was talking to Seraphina still. And Seraphina's response was that your father had a coven of his own. But as you look back to Delilah, what does Mars see?
In the spirit realm, Delilah looks quite different. She, instead of like modern wear, like how it's normally a reflection of your world, she's wearing Victorian era clothes, a like button-up blouse to like the neck with like a uppercase pin, a long flowy skirt that almost would be like hunter garb from the Victorian era. Her hair is up. It is jet black. But it's in sort of like that Gibson Girl-esque bun. And while you can't see it in the real world, you see there's a lot of wear and tear to her body on the skin that does show.
I think she just blinks for a second while looking at Delilah. And since Delilah's eyes turn cataract when she's doing her sixth sense thing, I think that for so I don't have magic technically, so I think Mars is more like a red glint at certain angles, not like her eyes turn red, but just like there's a glint of red of like embery fire kind of vibe.
Yeah, kind of like a wolf's eyes where they just reflect back red.
Yeah. Whenever she's looking in their sixth sense.
All right.
And then she's like, oh, that makes so much more sense.
Well, it's so good to meet Abigail's daughters and you, looking over at Alexandria. What brings you here?
I just really Okay. I just hi, I'm Alexandria.
Hi.
And I'm a really big fan. I have your button.
My butt?
Your button.
Button. Interesting.
I did not say butt.
Okay, dear.
The one that you traded to Mr. What was his last name out of character?
Thorn.
Thorn, Mr. Thorn.
Oh.
Silas.
Yes. That was a gift to him. I'm impressed he kept it this many years.
It's amazing.
There was a time when I was unavailable for people to ask advice of, Silas would fill in for me.
Uh-huh.
I guess he saw he no longer needed my face anymore. I would presume not many were asking for me, which is good. I hope the city is doing well. We're no longer facing threats of darkness as regularly.
No.
Wouldn't say that.
It ebbs and flows, just as it always did.
Yes, waxing and waning.
He's so poetic.
What brings you here, though? Just to return my buttons? Quite nice
No,
of you. I gave it away freely.
No, I'm here on, I read about a pilgrimage that people take here, and so I thought I would go on the pilgrimage, also learn more about this.
There was a time, yes. You saved the city a few dozen times and you develop a reputation. Apparently, when you die, people want to honor that.
I would very much like to honor that. I don't know exactly what it entails, and I don't really know. I know.
At this point,
basics.
Poppy's body has like stood up. Her entire movement is different. She carries herself with this flowing lightness where Poppy kind of glides everywhere in almost like a Morticia Adams style. Seraphina almost dances on a music no one can hear.
Like Fester. Got it.
God damn it. But she flows towards you. If you want to do something for me, as she kind of puts her hand around yours, lifting it up, putting her other hand on top, looking you straight in the eyes with these rolled back, solid white eyes.
This is more exhilarating than when I sat front row at a Beyonce concert. Okay, yes, I'll do it.
Do good and be kind.
Oh. Okay. I was already doing that. I hope, right? You guys like me, right? She like looks back at everyone.
Felix gave you a face he wore for special occasions, to help others. If you're already being a kind soul, this may be his way of telling me that I don't need to be that one anymore. Don't worry about expectations. Just live up to your own potential and trust when others believe in you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Abigail's girls. You came here? Are you looking to find out about your grandmother? Or...
To be fair, I kind of just followed Alexandria here and then found out when we got here about my grandma. So, yeah, that seems like the good decision at the time. This time? Nowish.
If you have no worries and no questions, I don't want to burden your minds. Just know she did good. She brought joy back into this world many times.
If you guys aren't gonna ask a question, I'll take your questions.
I do have a question, but it's not about my grandmother. I don't know if
dear.
it's something you could answer. Someone told me that our father, who we thought was dead, isn't. I wanted, or someone is masquerading as him. I don't remember the exact verbiage right this second, but can you verify possibly if he is or not dead?
I can ask around, but the echo is vaster than our world. I'll see what I can find.
Think someone might be controlling him if he's still here.
It's possible. I hope it isn't the case. I will say, I am on the other side. All I can do is drift and ask and come when called. My granddaughter, who you have already come to, called me. If your father is dead, she may be able to call him too.
That's true. Could try that.
And Delilah. I really wish I knew you long enough to know all your secrets, especially your skincare routine.
I don't even know the secret of that one.
It's good to see you again, friend. Sister.
It's good to see you too.
I don't want to take up too much space in a world that's no longer mine.
It's fine. We're loving this.
Yes. But I am riding within my granddaughter. And while she has accepted me here, as with all guests, I don't want to overstay my welcome. You seek me again, I'll do my best to come. Just do good and put good into the world. It's what I always tried to do. And at that point, Poppy sits back down. And the moonbeam kind of shines on her again, as from as from Mars's point of view. Spirit raises up. Poppy's eyes roll back. She kind of catches a breath. I hope it was a good visit, Auntie.
Incredible. Standing ovation. That was amazing. I love this. We're going to be back for sure.
I hope so. As long as you are family friends and you're doing the work that that Seraphina did. I'd see no reason not to welcome you back. This house is always a home for Daughters of the Moon.
Even if they can't cast magic?
Your grandmother was capable of things even I have trouble believing. It's not that you can't cast magic. It's that you haven't.
Oh. I mean, I tried.
We all have our paths. Hers was in moonbeams, mine is in shadows.
They're one in shotguns.
Turning towards Delilah, you really did team up with hunters, didn't you?
I said I'd never do it again, but here we are.
This is why we don't speak in absolutes, isn't it? But I am exhausted. So I'm going to go eat a couple Pop-Tarts and go to bed. Yes, that is... I am tired.
I'm going to
you're telling us
usher
to
them
leave.
out of the house.
Yes, thank you.
I thought the ghost was talking for a second and thought the ghost was eating Pop-Tarts and was real confused for a hot second. I was like, can ghosts eat Pop-Tarts? Is she gonna like possess Poppy's body just to eat a Pop-Tart and then go? Like, that's where my brain was, sorry.
I will
There's
shoo
also a
them out of the
hurricane
house.
outside that's possibly freaking me out a bit.
It's
Valid.
okay. It's valid. All right. But yeah, you guys have discovered some information about each other. You wanna like leaving the house? Anybody wanna talk to anybody else, or is this just gonna be like awkward car rides and we catch up later?
This is so exciting. I want to know everything about Delilah now.
Well, I didn't say anything out loud, except for that makes sense. I didn't say anything about her appearance being different.
Yeah, but the fact that she knew Seraphina.
What are the chances, Bobby, that there's like a journal of the grandmother in one of the siblings' possessions?
Decent.
Might have been handed down.
Decent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that sounds like some investigating and some dramatic.
I want to do that.
Or some extended task. So you're gonna go home and immediately start like digging through your books trying to find a journal.
I'm gonna ask Delilah for a ride home so I'm not scrunched up in the sidecar. Also, so I can ask questions.
Also, I'm gonna be like, Alexandria, do you think there's coffee open right now? Because
how about this? Mars and I can go on a late night breakfast run and bring you what you need.
Oh, thank you.
That's so nice.
That's amazing. You're the best. So, Alexandria, I feel like I have something of my grandma's.
Yes.
Let's go look.
We speed away. We are going way above the speed limit. I can tell you.
That historically goes well on this show.
Oh God, yeah. It's not Weird Web. It's fine.
I'll get in the car.
I think Mars has to turn off her sixth sense to get into the car, but she does, and like blinks her eyes back into their normal color, and then steps in the car. So
I'm sure you have questions.
yeah, but I can't think of a way to ask them without being rude.
I've heard them all.
Okay, so I know you're not supposed to ask, but how old are you? Or like what era are you from, I guess? Because you look like you're in your 30s.
Hold on, I'm doing maths. I'm 151 technically.
Age is just a number. Really? Yeah, age is just a
She's
number.
only friends with her grandmother.
How old was my grandma?
Your grandmother, that was during
Born probably
Flower
roughly in
Power,
the 40s.
60,
I would have been
40s.
born in like the 40s, so she would be around like 80s right now.
Okay, I was just checking if she was older than that as well, like than I thought she should have been.
No.
Okay, cool. I haven't seen her since like I was 12, so. Oh.
Do I know if she's still alive or
she's not?
You would know she's not.
Okay. No, I met your grandmother when she was started with Serafina.
Interesting. So, okay.
Now, Delilah, I'm going to give you a choice because the types of places that are open this late at night are you can kind of do like a Waffle House.
I was about to say
diner, or a place that doesn't open till midnight and caters to the kind of people Delilah is.
I probably would naturally go there.
All right.
Honestly.
It sounds less.
They have better
dangerous than the
food
Waffle
sometimes.
House.
It's just how it is.
So you just absentmindedly not even think about who you're with, knowing how late it is. Since it's after midnight, you can go to the Midnight Mystique Cafe. Because as the clock strikes midnight, the doors of the cafe swing open. But tucked away on a cobblestone street in a lesser-known corner of Baltimore, the Mystique Cafe stands as a portal between two worlds. This enigmatic all-night diner is a haven for supernatural beings seeking refuge from the shadows and the mundane, drawn to its warm glow and promise of hearty sustenance.
As we drive up, like, never heard of this place before.
Oh. You wouldn't.
Interesting.
They do make the best waffles.
I'm assuming this is the place I don't want to turn my other side on.
I would suggest not.
Okay. Cool. I trust you to tell me if I need to know somebody's dangerous.
They know better than to try things. I'll get out of the car. Would I know if like I can bring a human here or
the thing is you know she has the sight. So she's not just a human. Like, while she is human, she's not mundane.
Okay.
Because, like, witches are technically human.
So she's fine to go in.
Yes.
Is all I meant. Okay. So yeah, I'll kind of walk first. into the cafe.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna need to make art for or generate some AI art for her.
Are you making another hot lady? I can't handle any more hot ladies, Bobby. That's a lie. I can handle them all. That's also a lie.
I will just
Oh yeah, she's also goth apparently. Because her skin possesses a porcelain-like quality. Its pale hue enhanced by the soft illumination of the cafe's chandeliers.
Damn it, Bobby.
Bottomless. Oh yeah, shimmers like the depths of a bottomless pool at twilight, bringing the hues that shift between shades of deep violet and stormy gray. That's her eyes. And midnight black, yeah. So
I
you
don't remember anything in the story except for how people look.
I think you've set it up, Bobby, to only give you a certain type.
I feel like it.
I know exactly why, too.
Thank you, ChatGPT.
The ChatGTP is different than the art generation. Those are two separate websites and separate programs.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But they're both getting data.
All right. Well, I mean, it's supernatural Baltimore. Like, it's just going, oh, so you want goth. Got it. But
dark
yeah.
academia witchy shit.
But yeah, as you bring Mars to this like cobblestone side street where these double doors are just already swung open, the warm light glows from it. There's a small sign hanging above it that says Mystic Midnight or Midnight Mystic Cafe. The interior defies conventional reality. Dimly lit by vintage chandeliers that cast soft, flickering light, the cafe decor is a blend of Victorian elegance and Gothic charm. Intricate tapestries hang from the walls, depicting scenes of starlit forests and moonlit cityscapes, creating an ambience that feels both welcoming and otherworldly.
So my future house.
Now, as that happens, oh God, there's an air of quiet confidence, a sense that she knows more than she reveals. Yeah, okay. There are multiple beings here. This is almost kind of like a Halloween Town situation, though, at the Midnight Mystic, because this is a hangout for supernatural. So like all the ones that look human are going to be mostly okay, but there's going to be like several people that look slightly off here. And in this place, it's like if you have flaming eyes, you're not wearing your sunglasses to hide them when you're in the Midnight Mystic type of situation. So you see some people that just have like tails hanging out of the back of their chairs. People with their horns exposed as they have their hat taken off. And this is stuff you'll see even without your third eye open. Mars. You're muted. I can't hear you.
That's really cool.
I said cool.
I said that's really cool.
Yeah. So, Delilah, you are leading. If there's anything you want to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to like the order, like the quick order window. Or register. And as we're walking through, this is kind of the place to go when you don't want to hide much anymore. There's a couple of these all throughout the city.
Oh my God. I have to tell it to stop generating and regenerate because it created the cook is named Felix, and that's just going to get confusing.
No, it's our uncle.
Felix.
Felix Jr. Felix the Fourth.
All right. No, we finally have a male character. As you go, and the Midnight Mystic Cafe, there aren't servers or anything. There's actually like an order window that you just go up, and there's a kitchen. 1 second. Physical description. Oh. Withered face, mix of comfort and practicality, nothing about hair. So, okay. As you come up, this kind of round, slightly jovial yet withered, human-looking face pops his head out. What you need?
Let's see. Just 4 waffle breakfasts, hash browns, of course, get the extra pastries that I love. And
Lots of coffee.
4 specialty coffees. Not special coffees, but special coffees.
Oh, that should be well below your social. He'll just be like, oh, it's not dinner/breakfast for one today, Delilah. Okay.
Look, I know it's odd for me to have friends, but at least I'm trying.
Hey, I'm not here to judge. I'm happy you're finding some people, okay? I just want to make sure. Hi. Hey, how you doing? As this big burly arm covered in like healed burns kind of sticks out.
He shakes it.
How you doing? And as it's this massive hand, but as he grabs it, there's this confident gentleness to the grip. And he's just name's Gideon Hearthforge.
Mars Felix?
Haven't seen you with a Felix in quite some time, Delilah.
It's been a while. Her granddaughters happened into my life.
It's always good when family reconnects. Anyways, I'll get that whipped up in just a jiffy. I'll see what I can get going on those pastries.
Question.
Yeah.
Have you heard of anything odd going on?
Rumors at the list 10 rumors. Overheard at the cafe. Look, the power of all of this ChatGTP is very powerful. Roll a d10 for me.
Okay. 5.
With a 5. Not too much out there right now. We've been dealing with a bit of an issue with one of the clocks in the dining rooms. We actually had to close that whole thing off. It seems to be doing a temporal slip lately. But, we're going to have somebody go look at it at some point. I actually turned out working about 5 days worth of overtime. Didn't even notice.
Oh, man.
Well, I mean, it was the same day every day, so hard to tell sometimes.
That's for sure.
But yeah, I'll get those waffles started up real quick.
Thanks. I'll lead Mars over to an open table to kind of sit down at.
He's staring at someone who has wings nearby. It's fascinating. It's just
Hey, hey.
What?
Look. People come in here so they aren't stared at in the nicest way.
Right. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's just really fascinating.
I totally I can understand. It's been a while since something new has been happening to me, so I can empathize.
I thought my sense was still on when I walked in, but I was like, I purposely turned it off, and then realized that what was going on. I just, it's weird because like I've only seen some, like I'm still kind of new to this whole monster thing. I went to business school, like I wasn't really part of any of this. I just heard stories.
Yeah, look, this place, it's kind of a sanctuary for most, but I understand how it can be brand new to someone going from a average life to world turned upside down.
Yeah, my life wasn't even like that average either, which is kind of weird, but you think being haunted by a ghost would wake you up from that. Evidently not. So how'd your night go?
Answered a question I had. Not the answer I wanted.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right.
As that's happening, there is the clattering of plates as Gideon has, or not even plates, it'd probably be in bags. There's the rustle of bags as like Gideon has put bags on. And this is the first time you're going to see Gideon outside of the kitchen, where Gideon has no legs and he just walks on his hands. Doesn't phase him at all. Doesn't slow him down. Like at this point, he's like standing on one hand as he's putting the bag up.
Thanks, Gideon.
Sure thing.
Thank you. Pleasure meeting you.
Oh, definitely. I do suggest you get a move on, though, if you're in the middle of socializing, because Evelyn is not in a great mood today.
Do I know who that would be?
Evelyn Nightshade is the owner of the cafe.
We'll be on our way out then.
There's more about Evelyn, but Evelyn very much is about fate and prophecy, but not a witch.
Got it.
I whisper over to Delilah, who's Evelyn?
Someone that doesn't like me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, Evelyn probably does not like you too much.
I couldn't understand why somebody wouldn't like you, but
Oh, there are many reasons. And I will pick the bag up and gently hustle out of the restaurant before any confrontation can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I can just shoot them with my shotgun.
Please, no.
I'm not saying that in character. But it would be funny. Until Mars dies again.
I'll get into the car and then just say, you surprisingly haven't asked the one question almost everyone has.
What's that?
How the hell are you still alive?
Oh, I figured it was magic or something, but and it wasn't any of my business. I mean, the age thing was also more just like, wait. But that's up to you if you want to share that. That's none of my business.
I don't die.
Like,
Well, I mean, I can die. It's just incredibly difficult.
you've died before and you come back, or is it like
Within an hour.
huh? That's useful.
Oh, not when you're at the bottom of a lake. It's rather hard to get out.
Oh, that does not sound fun.
No, it isn't.
Okay. Why?
Because someone doesn't want me to?
Do you want to?
That is a complicated answer. Has there been times? Of course. But I've never felt like I've done what I've needed to.
Well, I am still learning, but like, if you want help getting out of that, I can try to help. Not now, or if you like, I'm not saying you should go do that. I'm just meant like if you want to. I don't know. I've heard stories that people who are become immortal don't like it.
There are upsides and downsides to everything. But at least for right now, I won't be in search of a solution until the problem that started it is fixed.
That's fair. Would it be too bold of me to ask what the problem is?
It's a long answer. I was a hunter. I went after something I wasn't ready for. And I guess after a turn of events, I was useful, and so I was brought back. And that is all I know. That until that, whatever was behind the one attack is solved, I'll be here.
That's a sadly familiar story. But I guess thankfully I didn't die.
So now you see why I tried to get people to get past their shit. And I'm gonna back out of the parking lot.
Yeah.
Sips on coffee to hopefully hide the hand still shaking bit with more caffeine to make her hand shake because of the caffeine, not because of withdrawals.
Now, is cutting back to the apartment. Is Mercury and Alexandria working together to find this?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Are either of you, do either of you have ranks in investigation?
Not me.
Okay.
No, I just have training.
Yeah, I knew Alexandria was just trained. Okay. So I need you. Each test is going to be a half hour of digging around. After two tests, after two tests, Delilah and Mars will show up. So I need both of you to roll investigation. If you're not trained in investigation, that is logic minus 20.
That is 31 out of 35.
Hey.
34 out of 40.
All right, so 34 is the higher, but since both of you succeeded, that is 44. after a half hour. All right. Roll again.
27.
94.
So just 27. All right. Unless you want to re-roll.
No, I'm okay right now.
60, 71. All right. Delilah and Mars make it back to the apartment with a large bag that just has the logo is just like clock face where both hands are perfectly vertical on 12.
It's a power button.
Kinda.
We're home.
Something smells really good.
It's food and coffee.
And knowledge.
I don't think the knowledge smells good. I think that's the coffee. But
No, books smell great.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee.
I'll make you some tea.
Thank you.
I will get out Alexandria's cup because I didn't get Alexandria coffee. It's different than everybody else's. It's like a special cinnamon cocoa.
I do love cocoa.
That works then.
I'll also take tea if you want to make it, but I will not force you to make it. I'm not that kind of person. But if you're offering tea, I would like tea. But you don't have to make it.
I will make you tea.
Thank you.
Ricky goes off and makes tea.
All right. So Gregory, that was his name. Oh no, Gideon, not Gregory. Gideon did make you 4 waffles, but Gideon likes to get creative in the kitchen. So each of the waffles have something different on the top of the styrofoam. One has a bunch of trees, one has stars, one has flames, and one has a clock. Who wants what?
Well, if no one
I want
has any
stars.
okay, cool. Can I have trees, please?
Yes.
Because I'm trying to like really starting to get into nature.
I'll
So I
take
kinda
the
wanna lean
clock.
into that.
All right. And Mars
No
has the
tracks.
flames.
Mars secretly is like, yes, flames.
All right.
This all tracks really well.
So I'm going to read each of these. So you know, Enchanted Forest Waffles. Delight in the flavors of the mystical woods with these waffles infused with a hint of woodland magic. Topped with a medley of fresh berries that seem to glisten like gems and drizzled with a syrup crafted from wild honey and the essence of ancient herbs. Each bite transforms you to the heart of an ancient forest, where the air is thick with secrets and the taste is pure enchantment.
I'm living my goddamn life.
I'm gonna cry. I want to eat that right now.
Starry Night Waffles. Indulge in waffles that capture the essence of a clear night sky. These waffles are dusted with a shimmering edible stardust and adorned with celestial-themed toppings including dark chocolate stars, moon-shaped whipped cream dollops, and a sprinkle of edible glitter. With every bite, you feel as if you're dining under a canopy of stars immersed in the wonder of the cosmos.
I love this so much.
Dragon's Breath Waffles. Embark on a culinary adventure with waffles inspired by the fire-breathing dragons of legend. These waffles are infused with a touch of dragon fruit essence, giving them a vibrant hue. Crowned with a scoop of dragon fruit sorbet that tinkles your tongue like a dragon's breath, and accompanied by a drizzle of cinnamon-infused maple syrup that adds a hint of warmth and spice. Nikki's over here like, I don't like fruit.
Dragon fruit's okay.
And then finally, Time Traveler's Waffles. Experience the whimsy of time travel with these waffles that pay homage to the cafe's mystical ambiance. These waffles come with layers of flavor. One side is dressed in sweet nostalgia, including flavors of your favorite childhood treats, while the other side boasts modern and experimental flavors. Accompanied by a tiny hourglass filled with edible sand, these waffles encourage you to savor the past and embrace the future in every mouthful.
These are the greatest waffles I've ever seen. I only want to eat here ever. Does that sentence make sense?
A pretty great cafe. Only open after midnight.
That's
Not
what I'm
for the
usually
faint of
up.
heart.
What's the point of being up during the day even?
That's also when I'm up.
Do you sleep?
No.
Oh. Caffeine free then.
Yeah. I just kind of rely on like my own internal like I get like knowledge highs. So I'm constantly on one. Like why would I sleep when I can just like keep going and like learning new things, and then if my body gives out, I just collapse, and then about an hour later I'll wake up again, and then I get to.
We should talk
Your
about
memory
that.
stores in sleep though. I guess you could just get to relearn the information each day then.
You could learn better if you slept though.
Well, the thing is,
right.
I can put in headphones too, and then like while I'm sleeping, I can like be like learning subconsciously.
Does that actually work?
It has in the past for me. Sometimes, occasionally, I do wake up and listen to the same thing that I listened to the night before, just to like get a refresher. But I think it does work. It like because like those podcasts, like the that information always like sticks really well with my head.
There's a slight head shake to Delilah. She's just cuts the waffle.
I feel like Mercury is just like drinking the coffee, trying to stay awake.
Yeah, I'll say after eating these, I need a, for those who want to keep researching, I'm going to need a strength resistance check.
Uh-oh.
I will help them.
I'm falling asleep on the couch.
That was a 54 out of 45.
Ah, yeah, 49
11.
out of 45. Dang it. Can I use a bone? I'll use a bone.
Got 2 bones left.
11 out of 50.
So you're getting help, so you didn't fail that one.
Oh, what do I?
Well, it's a strength check, I think, to stay awake.
Oh,
yeah,
never
it's to not
Sorry.
like start getting drowsy. So
Is
those that failed, if you want to try and keep researching, you will be dazed, meaning you take -10.
Okay.
And then after each one, you're going to have to make a new strength check to see if you fall asleep.
Let's see if I can hit under 25.
I got I used a bone, and I got 42.
Is this for your strength or for your investigation?
Strength.
Oh, okay. So that succeeds, right?
Yes.
All right. So you take no penalty, so you can just do an investigation.
And can I help with the investigation now too?
Yeah. So how that does is you just also roll investigation.
Awesome. That's what I thought. I just didn't. I wanted to make
Extended
sure that-
tests anyone can help with. The other form of helping is spending bones for others, which Shadowed cannot, but we don't need to worry about that.
I got a
35.
52 on investigation, so I did not get that.
35.
I got a 61, which is over 40, so no.
But 35 succeeds, and it's enough that you do find a journal. I then need another strength check from Mercury. Remember, it's now -10 to your strength.
Dang it, where'd the other one go?
So it's now 35% chance of success.
Well, that is an 81.
Okay, so Mercury has fallen asleep.
That's fair.
But Alexandria, you do find a what do I call it? Sorry. Okay, yeah, there. Oh no, I'm in the wrong thing. Okay, there it is. You do find some journals, a small journal to Abigail Felix.
All right. I'm flipping through it immediately.
All
and
right.
I think you just like hear distantly in the house, just like, got it.
I'll go over to Alexandria.
So you can learn about early life and awakening, joining the Lunar Covenant, the battle against the darkness, or like a general, like born to die, like skim real quick.
I want joining the Covenant.
All right. In the early 1960s, Abigail's path crossed with Seraphina Larkspur, the charismatic and enigmatic founder of the Lunar Covenant. Drawn to the group's teachings and the camaraderie of kindred spirits, Abigail joined their ranks. Her intuitive abilities and innate connection to nature made her a valuable asset within the Covenant, and she quickly became one of its most dedicated members. Abigail's insights into herbalism and her talent for divination proved invaluable to the group's magical workings. She developed a deep bond with Seraphina, recognizing a kindred spirit in the older woman's mystical wisdom. The two formed a close mentorship, with Seraphina nurturing Abigail's gifts and guiding her on her spiritual journey. This is sounding very gay.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Hold on. Make a journal entry.
Okay.
From Abby.
Okay. Ugh, this has been a great day for me personally.
Spell Seraphina again. The prompt I did also add and make it gay.
Oh, there we go.
That explains everything.
As it should be.
All right. We are going to end this week's episode with the journal page. I'm even going to move this to main chat so I can't see all of you right now. Alexandria, you flip open the journals and you fall onto a page and read September 14th, 1965. Dear Journal, as I sit here under the silver glow of the moon, the soft rustling leaves in the breeze, creating a smooth melody, my heart feels like it's on the cusp of a revelation. These past few years within the Lunar Covenant have been a journey of both self-discovery and enchantment. The mysteries of magic have unfolded before me, and yet the most captivating enigma of all lies in the woman who guides us all, Seraphina. Seraphina with her raven hair that seems to capture the essence of the night itself, and those emerald eyes that hold a depth of wisdom and secrets, has captivated my thoughts more than I would dare admit, even to you, my dear confidant. Her presence is like a beacon of light in the mists of the mystical darkness we navigate. Every word she speaks, every spell she weaves, feels like a revelation, a glimpse into a world beyond our own. And oh, her smile, like the first ray of dawn after a long night, warms my heart in ways I've never felt before. I've found myself drawn to her guidance, her teachings, and her company more and more. Our shared laughter during moonlit rituals, the way our eyes meet across the circle as we channel our energies, they all seem to form a connection that transcends the boundaries of mere friendship. Could it be that the feelings stirring within me go beyond the realm of camaraderie? Oh no, the times we live in are complex and filled with uncertainty. Society's expectations, the weight of the world's judgment, they all cast shadows over what might be, and yet the moon, in all its phases, teaches us that change is a constant, that transformation is inevitable. Perhaps someday, when the world embraces love in all its forms, I'll find the courage to confide in Seraphina the feelings that dance upon my heart. Until then, I'll continue to cherish the moments we share, the knowledge she imparts, and the enchantments that bind us as sisters in magic. May the moon's gentle guidance illuminate the path ahead, both of our covenant and for my heart. Yours under the watchful eyes of the moon, Abigail. And that is where we are ending this week's Sigil and Shadows. We'll be back
They're lesbians, Your Honor.
with some more next week as we're pushing back masks. But until then, Weird Web is on Friday as we are winding through the ending of that as well. And we'll catch everybody next time.